Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today is Vlogmas day 13 and I thought I'd take a break from the regular vlogs just to slow down a little bit and make a holiday, or an easy holiday makeup look for all of you. I know I've got the holiday lookbook coming very shortly, and so I thought that to go with it, I would show an easy holiday look because not everyone wants to fuss with a ton of makeup around the holidays. So rather than doing some really technical eye, I wanted to do just a spin on my everyday look, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it. So let's dive in. Look would be complete, or no getting ready with me video would be complete without my little cat ears I'm always wearing. Actually, it feels a little bit strange. I'm filming this mid-afternoon. I don't have my coffee with me for once, which is it's kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, you know what? It's not right. I need my coffee. Hold on a second. Oh, so good. I've been drinking the Nespresso, I think it's banana bread, like one of their limited edition ones for coffee, and it's so yummy. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to be using the Skindinavia Makeup Primer Spray. And I love this for a primer because it not only works, but it's super easy because you just spritz it on your face. Obviously for holiday makeup, you want flawless skin. So to achieve that, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Lock-it Foundation, or Lock-it Tattoo, sorry, foundation. This is in Light 45 Warm because I don't really have much self-tan on right now. I do find that this foundation oxidizes just a touch. So keep that in mind when you are testing a foundation. I do find that it dries down a little bit darker than what it shows. So sometimes with this foundation I have to blend it down my neck, which I really don't like. So I've been meaning to try one of her lighter colors and I just haven't had a chance just yet. But I do like this foundation because once you put it on, it's on. It doesn't fade during the day, and it doesn't, like, it just doesn't wear off. Like, it is there for you. So if you're gonna have a long day, or let's say you're going to work and then you're heading to a holiday party afterwards, this one would be a great foundation to apply because you won't really have to do much to touch it up once you get home before you dash off to your party, or even just worry about it before you head off to your holiday party directly from work. Okay, now that foundation is on, I need to conceal these bad boys. So I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape in Light Sand. Now, a couple of you had asked what you can use if you don't want something quite so thick, especially if you have a lot of creasing under the eye area. And I feel ya, because I'm starting to get that way too. So you could use this Tarte Shape Tape, but just don't drag it across like what you see a lot of like beauty gurus, if you will, do. Because they do put on quite a lot for what Tarte Shape Tape is. Or what if you want something lighter, I love the L'Oreal True Match in like their concealers, or you could even try the YSL Touche Éclat. I find that one really nice and lightweight and natural looking. But for me, I personally love the consistency of Tarte Shape Tape, so that's what we're going to be using today. Now, to keep it fast, which is something I always show you guys, I always put my concealer directly over top of my eyelid, just because our eyelids are obviously a little bit darker just because of all the blood flow around our eye. So just to kind of neutralize that and prep for any eyeshadow, I do that instead of putting on an actual like primer on the eyelid, because I find it works just as well. A lot of you, by the way, had really lovely feedback for me based on my last Vlogmas, saying that you want me to continue with the vlogs after Vlogmas. So thank you so much. I mean, all of your comments are so heartfelt. I haven't had a chance to reply to many of them yet, solely because my schedule's a little bit crazier with Vlogmas at the moment. And normally I reply to all my comments. I just haven't had a chance. So I appreciate all of you. I notice all of your comments, and I will go back and try and answer as many of them as possible when I do have a moment. I'm so happy you guys are loving Vlogmas so far, or you're enjoying it. And I will definitely keep up the vlogs after Vlogmas with just like a weekly vlog, and then also a weekly fashion and beauty video as well. So thank you for letting me know, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying the vlogs. Now I'm just setting my under eye area with a little bit of the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, just to make sure that the concealer doesn't crease and to make sure everything's set in place. If you're putting it on top of your eyelid like I do, I just like to swish around the powder just to make sure that my eyelid doesn't feel tacky or anything, because if you go to try and set or start an eyeliner, or sorry, not an eyeliner, an eyeshadow on your lid while it's still tacky, it will make the shadow not spread overly even, and it will get really, really blotchy. Now, once foundation is on, I'm going to go back in with the MAC Select Sheer Pressed Powder. This is in NC20, and I am just going to set my face with this. And then once my face is all set, I'm going to go back in with the Park Avenue Princess Bronzer from Tarte Cosmetics. And I'm just going to sweep this over my hairline area and over my temples, just because I want to warm up the face just a smidge. For this makeup look, I'm going to be using the Jacqlyn Hill and Morphe collaboration palette, just because this is really great and affordable. And of course, if you don't have this palette in your hands to use at home, then you can obviously substitute any of the colors for any palettes you may be able to find or that you already have in your collection. I'm going to be taking this shade right here, and I'm going to be using it on a big fluffy brush. I'm using the Sigma E35, and I'm going to put that everywhere on my. Now, if you are like myself and you have a hooded eye, then your crease obviously won't be the correct spot, so I put mine in the socket, like you can feel it up here, the socket around your eye, and that is where I put my makeup. And just in case you guys are wondering why I'm looking down, it's just because my mirror's here. The camera's too far away for me to see. So all I'm doing is nice windshield wiper motions just to blend in the product, and I'm bringing it out towards the end of my brow. Okay, so next up for the color, I'm going to, actually, what am I going to take? I'm going to take this sort of mustard, like brown here. I think this is called Pukey if I'm not mistaken. Quite the name. And I'm going to take that on a smaller tapered blending brush. I'm using the Sigma, oh, I can't even see the number anymore, the E25. And I'm going to be doing the exact same thing, sticking it in the socket or the crease of my eye. And again, sweeping in windshield wiper motions back and forth. And because this brush covers less surface area, it'll start to make a little bit of a gradient effect on the eye. The only other thing I'm going to do with this color is make sure that I sweep it down towards my lash line as well. Okay, now once that color is on, I'm actually going to take that exact same color, Pukey, on a pencil brush, and I am going to sweep that under my lash line just to add some color there. I love putting some color under the or on the lower lid, just to make sure that the eye looks connect with one another. And I kind of sweep it back up to connect with the color that I've got on the side, if you will. All right, now once those colors are on, the next thing I'm going to take is this fabulous brush. It's probably my favorite. It is the Shader Crease brush. This is the E47 from Sigma. What I'm going to do with this color is go into this black brown here, and I'm going to put that on my brush as well as this warmer chocolate above. And I'm going to put this on the end of my eye. And with the brush flat, I'm going to pull it towards the lash line. You guys will be able to see that. Pull it towards the lash line and then up towards my crease area, and then slowly blend it into my crease. And that lash line. I just find that the way the brush lies is just really good for creating that outer V on the eye. Once the shadow's been distributed, I just kind of swish the brush around just to make sure everything's been moved across beautifully. With a flat brush, and I'm going to take the sort of gold like metallic or shimmer shadow here, and I'm going to place it just on sort of the lighter parts of my lid that we haven't really touched. And I'm just going to deposit that color down. I love these like bronzy shades she's got in here, these metallic shades. They're so beautiful. Now this is just going to give a little hint of shimmer, nothing too crazy. Okay, now to give my lids a little bit more glitz and glamour, even though that this like goldy bronze color I put on the lid is nice, I want to take it a little bit further just because it is the holidays and it's a time to play with a little bit of sparkle and feel a little bit glam. And you could do something like this for, you know, a darker day look if you want. And then to transform this look into definitely more of a holiday aesthetic, I'm going to be using the Stila foiled, or sorry, the Stila Magnificent Metal Eyes. This is part of their foiled shadows, and I'm going to be using it in the color Kitten, which looks like this. So it's definitely got that really beautiful metallic. You guys know your girl loves her gold. So while you could put this on with a brush, I find using your finger easier. So I'm going to use my ring finger and just dunk it into this color. Now you'll see that when you get it on your finger, it does come off like a nice metallic, but when you apply it, it's going to look like a chunky foiled shadow, which is what I kind of love about it. And now that that's on, I'm going to go in with a little bit of eyeliner. So I'm going to be using the Marcelle Forever Sharp Self-Sharpening Eyeliner in, or sorry, this is a waterproof kohl eyeliner in the color Charcoal. And I'm going to be putting this on my tight line and also my waterline. And I do this, number one, because it's fast. Number two, it's a great trick for those that have hooded eyes and want to be able to wear eyeliner but don't want to take up the real estate on their lid. And then because this is more of a holiday look, what I like to do is when I'm putting it in the waterline, around the corner, I fluff some of the liner into the lash line, and then I'll take my pinky when that's done and I will just mess it or fluff it and smudge it into my lower lid. And it just creates a subtle smokiness that I like. And because I'm smudging it out with my finger, it's not going to further smudge from there during wear. And yeah, I love it. Now for mascara, I'm going to be using my favorites, as always, my L'Oreal Lash Primer that I always put on first. I swear it makes the biggest difference. And then once that is on, I go in with the matching mascara. This is the Voluminous in Blackest Black. And then once I've got the first coat on, whatever's left over on the brush is what I like to put on the lower lash line. Once I've done the first coat, I always suggest a second coat of mascara. I feel like it makes the biggest difference in the world on your lashes. So I'm going to go back in once more. Now once the eyes are done, I'm going to go in with a blush. So this time I'm going to be using MAC's Melba. This is a matte blush that has like a coral, almost slightly like salmon kind of color. And I'm just going to apply the tiniest bit to my cheek just for a flush of color. And then once the cheek color's on, I'm going to go in with the Jacqlyn Hill face palette, and I'm going to be using Champagne Pop as my highlight. And I'm going to put that just over top of the blush. And I'm going to put just a smidge on more like than what I traditionally would. Ooh, look at that. Yes, honey. Woo! Once that's on, what I want to do today is go in with a red lip. I just feel like a red lipstick is the perfect way to top off any holiday look, which may sound so cliche, but to me, I just feel like it's the finishing touch to any holiday makeup look. So I'm going to be using the Annabella Stay Sharp Self-Sharpening Waterproof Lip Liner just to make sure everything stays where it should. Now I'm going to fill in my whole lip with lip liner just because lip liner is the first to go and the last to leave, I personally think. And I wouldn't want my lipstick to fade and then be left with a rim around my mouth. And then once I have the lip liner on, which potentially, I mean, I didn't fill that in nicely, but you could potentially just wear lip liner if you want. But I am going to put on the By Terry Click Stick I think this is called Fire Engine Red. It's number 16. I love this stuff. By Terry's lipstick I find very long wearing. It's a mix in between a satin and a matte lipstick finish, which I think if you're going to wear a red that you want some longevity to, it should at the very least be a minimal satin, but ideally a little bit more on the matte side, just because anything that is a traditional, like really hydrating, juicy red lip is not going to wear very long, and it's easier for it to slip around on your mouth. So for long wear's sake, if you're at a holiday party, I always think something that's a little bit more on the matte side is probably better, which is what I love about this color. It's beautiful. Oh, I love this red color. Like that is bold red. I love this red. True Fire Engine Red. This has a very slight yellow base to it, like it's a yellowy orangey red, which I love. It's good for my personal skin tone. If you have a cool undertone, then I suggest going with more of a blue based raspberry-esque type of lipstick, but if you are a little bit more on the warmer undertone side of things, then I suggest something that's a little bit more neutral or yellow toned. But I love this color. By Terry has a couple of different red lipstick shades. This is their one that happens to be a little bit more on the warmer side. But oh my god, like this color, I'm dying! Dying, it's so good. And then to set it all down, I'm going to be using the Skindinavia finishing makeup spray. This is their bridal spray. So once you put in some statement earrings or statement necklace and you get into your holiday gear, boom, babe, you are done and ready for the holidays. Anyway guys, that is it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that little red subscribe button down below. And other than that guys, I love you so much and I will see you again in tomorrow's Vlogmas. See you later.